on this video, I'm gonna be demonstrating how I edited this photo from beginning to end. Let's go. I edit my photos in 3 programs: Lightroom, Evoto AI, and Photoshop. All right, so in Lightroom, I'm gonna show you exactly what I do first when I come in here. So I just crop these by 4x5. And this is a session that I've done recently. So I'm gonna use 2 photos just for this video. This is gonna be a 4x5 as well. So I'm just gonna use these 2 photos right here. So what I do sometimes come in here, I do come in the basic tab sometimes, and then I just play with these sliders just a little bit. And I also do come to the color grading a little bit, and sometimes the transfer tab right here, depends on what I'm doing. But for this photo, I'm just gonna keep it how it is and show you exactly what I'm doing. So I'm gonna export both of these. So I'm gonna just select one, highlight the other one, and I'm just gonna come up here to File, Export, and I'm just gonna set this on the desktop. But before I do that, I'm gonna show you what's going on. So I have presets set to how I wanna export these. So I'm gonna use a TIFF uncompressed file. So you can export this to wherever you wanna put it. Just make sure you name it, whatever, so you can find it later. File naming, I don't touch that. Video, I do not touch that. File settings, I keep this on a TIFF. From the drop-down menu, compression is at 9. Color space is at sRGB. The bit depth is at 16. I don't do anything with image sizing, output sharpening, metadata, or watermarking. So I just come in here and I export this. I'm gonna set this on the desktop so I can find it easy for this video. So it's exporting up here. So that's all I'm doing in Lightroom, really, just not too much at all. So we're gonna move on to Evoto now. And the first thing I do when I come in Evoto is create a new project. So I'm gonna come over here to the left-hand side, create project, and I'll just name this tutorial video or something like that. Project. And I'll come in here and I'll import the files that I just exported out of Lightroom. So come in here to File, and they should be on the desktop. Highlight both of these, and let's bring this up. So I have a preset on how I retouch in Evoto. So I'm just going to just show you a little overview of what they have in here. So that the portrait retouching session, they have blemish removals, skin retouching, facial reshape, just all of these down here that you can play with. And then the backdrop retouching, they have adjustments here, color banding, background enhancements, all types of things in here. De-wrinkle clothing, all types of things in here. This program goes so crazy, y'all. So I'm just gonna just show y'all what it looks like when I apply my preset that I made. And that's gonna do all the things that I just told you about. So that's what it looked like after. This is before, this is after. And then you could just zoom in and see how it just retouches the face, remove flyaways, things like that. So that's pretty much what's going on here. So the distractions that I was telling you about on the backdrop, that's what that is right here. So this move removes like the softbox that I have up in the air. The ceilings get removed. Anything in the background that's distracting from the subject. So that's what I'm doing in here. And if I want to apply this to other photos, I come down here on the bottom left. See how this box is highlighted yellow? Hold shift, click on the other photo. You will see it outlined white. So if you had more photos in here, you could highlight all of them. But I'm gonna highlight both of these and sync it over here on the bottom right. And that'll apply the same edit to the other photos. So any photos you have in that project, you can also edit with that. So I'm gonna come in here to sync, and I'll come in here and click on this, and you'll see these settings take place right up on here. Just like that. So that's 2 photos you edited within a click. And that's the after and that's before. So after I do this, I just come up here to export, and you wanna make sure you are on a TIFF when you're exporting this. I don't keep it on the original, I keep it in a TIFF because it just somehow works better. And I don't touch any of these other settings, but I will come here to the path though, right here, and just export these. So I'm just gonna make another folder for this so I can find it easy. Evoto tutorial video, and I'll just create this here so I can pull this up in Photoshop. I'll just hit export. So now we're gonna head over to Photoshop and I'll show you how to do color grading. So I'm just gonna file, open, come up here, and this is the photos we just created. I'm gonna open this. So that's not much I'm gonna do to this, cause I like the way it looks like with a natural look. I don't wanna put too much on it, but I'm just gonna start with like some adjustment layers. So I'm gonna come down here to the bottom, and I'll add like a curves layer or something like that, and then just touch these sliders just a little bit, and then I'll do the same thing with the other one, but I'm gonna continue with this one. I'm gonna add another adjustment layer. I usually add a selective color. And if I don't want her skin tone to look this bright, I usually come over here to like for this photo in particular, I will come to the yellows because it closely matches yellow. And then I'll just bring this slider down the yellow tab. And I'll give it like a cool little neutral look. Something like that, that's fine, like that, perfect. And then I come to the layers again, I add a black and white, but I want to keep this black and white, come to the layers, come to opacity, and then let's drop this down a little bit more to about 11, 10, something like that. And this look fine, just how it is. Okay, all right, so another thing that I do is I'll add noise to the photo. So sometimes, you know how you upload and you get all this little banding in the background, those little lines and things like that. I just come over here to the background layer over here on the right, duplicate this layer. On the Mac is Command J, and I come over here to filter, noise, I'll add noise. And I usually add noise in between, anywhere between about 2 to 4, but I'm gonna keep this about 3. I'm gonna zoom in so you can kind of see it. That's probably a little too high. I'll do about 2 on this. Just like that. And that's pretty much it for this photo. I wouldn't do too much to this photo because I kind of like the way it looks as it is. So what I'm gonna do to apply this same adjustment layer to another photo, I'm gonna just highlight one of these over here. So I highlight this curve, just click that, hold shift, and then just click the top one. That way the middle one is selected, the selective curve. And now just drag this over here to the other one, and you'll apply the same type of edits from the other photo. Just like that. So, and now make sure I'll do the same thing with this one. Command J and just add the noise again. Filter, noise, add noise. So you got the same type of effects on both of those. So that's all I'm doing with this. And then once I'm done, I just come up to File. This is how I save. I come up to File, Export, and I save for web. And then I hit save, and you export that to wherever you want to save your photos to. And that's it for this video on my workflow on how to edit from beginning to end using Lightroom, Evoto AI, and Photoshop. Please consider subscribing if you would like to see more tutorial videos like this. All right, y'all, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.